So we're right where we left off, which is great.
Yeah, great that you didn't do any of the side quests you said you were going to.
Ha! Oh, that hurts. So when we last left, there was a beautiful sunrise going on, and yes, the hat.
Your sword slinging in the rain.
Meat says hat. Always hat. I need my Kurosawa in deep and low. So naturally I tilt the hat and then I go. This game is still gorgeous. I don't care how many weeks ago without playing it or ignoring it. So today, because I'm still in the same area that I was last week, which is same position narratively. I've done nothing, unlocked nothing else. So I figured sticking to Stream Professional, I would go ahead and start on Ishikawa again and go through his third tale and see what I can find. What do you think, Mystery?
Let's go get the red thing.
What red thing?
All the way up. Looks like a castle.
What?
Yeah.
No, dude.
It's Mongol territories. We need to destroy the Mongols.
That's the big bad of the area. That's the clearing of the. That's major story progression. We're trying to. Well, I don't know.
Hey, I've seen people do it in Zelda.
This is true. You can do it in Breath of the Wild, right off the plateau, and go fight Ganon. So, I don't know if we want to make this that kind of stream. As A, I'm not that good at it, and B, I think I'd be lacking a couple of techniques and maybe some armor, maybe some upgrades, maybe a better sword, something like that. So I tend to want to go to Ishikawa, but never let it be said that I don't listen to people who talk. Okay, can't fight Ganon right off the bat. So we can't fight Ganon. So, Moose, are you saying there's a legitimate thing that we go right to that Castle Kaneda over here and liberate it? Just right now? Okay, so what do y'all want to do? Since it's a stream and it's sort of democratic and I don't really have any good direction. Moose, you've beaten this. Meat, you apparently had a little more.
Ishikawa.
Yeah, let's go see story 3 of Ishikawa. So again, it's been a week, and again, I've probably forgotten how to play. I remember all the major story beats and the last part where we left off.
Hey, it's Bubbles.
Cutting through this bamboo thicket.
See any panda bears out here?
See where Moose said you legitimately can't go to the temple yet because they'll archer you down?
Mm-hmm. Are there pandas in Japan?
No.
No.
Outside of the zoo.
I didn't know.
I mean... I have a feeling this part of the cliffside is not going to be one that I can just take my horse off.
Well, sure you can.
Besides, the wind's blowing me back up this way anyway. So I'm apparently going the right way.
Oh, so the wind blows you in the direction you should go?
Why, yes. Yes, it does. So we can go say hello to Sensei Ishikawa. Let's go hear what this sarcastic asshole has to say.
Any news of Tomoe?
Travelers have been shot dead on the roads in and out of Yoshi Springs. People are afraid to leave or deliver supplies.
You think that's her doing?
A few archers at strategic points can isolate a whole town.
A tactic of yours when you were Clan Nagao's archery master.
Tomoe was a good student.
Too good. We're fighting your own reflection.
You do kind of resemble Ishikawa in a little bit of a way.
Backstory.
No, just another quest. This is segment 3 of the Ishikawa line. So
Well,
you
I
don't.
thought we were going to get a little bit of backstory there.
Well, that comes later on the
How do you
mission.
propose we find these archers?
We think like Tomoe.
As right now we're kind of doing the lead up and getting crafting supplies. Silk, I think, is one of the rewards
We
for
want to
this.
control movement in and out of Hiyoshi Springs. Where do we put
Yeah,
archers?
we all want to be a grumpy samurai.
This is definitely where we can kind of scope the landscape, see what's going
A
on.
handful of men could shut down the road to the coast.
Yes.
See what's going on down
That
here.
path behind the inn.
No. Poor cover, no clear lines of sight. You want to cover the largest territory with the fewest archers.
I would want someone looking over the bridge into town.
So would I.
Through here.
It would be smart to control the main entrance into town.
People already
Yeah, that
avoid the
tower
main
should
road.
cover that as well,
Archers
right?
there would be
Yeah, I would
best.
think so. That's relatively elevated. Then again, this hillside, that'd be kind of perfect. Look how it overlooks the rest of the valley. You kind of have a good set of strategic archers along the hillside. Be able to kill pretty much
North
anything
south
that's walking
runs
around
along
down
a
there.
high ridge. Perfect place to rain down arrows.
Tomoe would agree. There's hope for you. Let's go hunting.
Yeah, going over that daggone hill. Or not.
Right there, it looked like arrows. And yeah,
It looks like I need to go this way.
he's going to go pull for you.
He's going to jump down, it looks like. Can we... Yeah, we could
What else did you
go
teach
down off of
Tomoe?
here.
I held back nothing.
Including why you left Clan Nago?
That's no secret. It was time to retire. And the hot
Well, that
springs-
gives you vertigo. Holy crap.
But you continued to teach.
So there's only certain places you
What
can go
changed
up
your
and down.
mind?
like death. So I chose to live.
Jeez, he
But
booked
do
it.
you regret giving up a warrior's life?
Mastery of the
He's a
bow is
secret
mastery
ninja.
of oneself.
Are all
That
ninjas
is the
secret?
only victory worthy of a
No.
samurai.
He's not a ninja, though.
Always.
I think he's a samurai.
No, I'm not talking about like Naruto ninja.
Neither am I.
We're getting close.
I mean, look. He's about as close as you're going to get to a Naruto-esque mentor figure. At least in this game, I think. So there's our Pervy Sage.
Travelers murdered.
Let's help their killers follow them across the Sansu River.
Except he's probably an asshole sage. Up. Dead horse with arrows.
Horses.
Apparently no interacting with that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hello.
Archers.
I found them. Good trade-off. Come on, hop down, would you? Hey, I'm sucking less this week. Haha. Just say that as I get stabbed in the fucking face twice. 3 times. 4 times. Too long. Too far. Too much.
These things are obviously weighted a little on your side, but I do like how it's mimics the 1 or 2 strike kills.
Is this the first stream you've watched of this?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Tomoe wasn't here.
Keep moving.
All those
How is
idiots.
sucking less sucking more?
Tomoe has thrown everything away. Betrayed her people.
She is a traitor because the Mongols offer power, wealth, Status. Things denied her by birth.
Tomoe knew she was born to a lower station than she deserved.
Now you're being too kind.
I understand how they think. But people who sow chaos must be punished.
Your way sows chaos.
In the enemy.
Not just them. Samurai must use violence with their strength. Without it, you unleash endless bloodshed.
Oh, wow.
Point is to defeat your enemy. That's how you end bloodshed.
Tomoe told me the same thing.
I am hearing nothing wrong with what he's saying. Even though he's being an asshole about saying it. Yes, my way does seek violence and chaos. Yes, I do run up to a camp full of people and go, hey, bring me your best motherfucker and I'll cut him down. That's really cool. Mystery, if you haven't seen that.
Not yet. So you have a challenge mode?
It's when you go up to a camp, right, and you stealth your way up there. Unlike what I did.
Ambush!
Jesus, Pete. Okay. I'll handle the bridge if he handles the range, I guess. Go in swinging. Playing like a death bringer, baby. Now to go up on that cliff. Give me some of that action.
Surprised you're not
Nice
using
shot,
your bow.
dude. Sort of a running joke from last time is where I had to slowly but surely make my way up to murder them. And I see no reason why not to repeat that.
They're already dead.
No snake nest to find. Come.
How did Tomoe become your student?
She showed up at my dojo.
By God, I'm climbing it. I set out to do it, and I'm going to do it.
To leave.
You didn't
Man, those
turn her
flies
away.
started blowing off quick.
Tried. But she flagged.
I tried to illustrate they were dead or something. I'm leaving Ishikawa in the dust anyway.
She must have had training.
Form was wrong. Would have been useless in a real fight.
A warrior's spirit.
I like how he's basically talking to himself now that Ishikawa's been left so far friggin' behind.
It's hard to hear what he's saying.
That's why the subtitles turned on.
Aha.
And I realized that entirely too late. Crouch. Crouch. This is what I'm talking about. Watch. Oh, this is cool if I don't fuck it up. Cool.
Yeah, you actually get a duel and they give up?
Now watch this. Oh, shit.
I thought that was the deal, that they gave up.
No, no. They don't give up. It's just a way to duel. Call someone out. Like, send me your best. It's a way to wave your dick over the whole camp. It's like, yo, who killed your best guy? Me. I did it. I go to wipe the sweat off my blade, or wipe the blood off my blade, and I get fucking railed with an arrow to the face. That's what I get for bragging.
So I guess everyone else is an archer? Makes sense.
I'm doing
No
this
wonder he's the
really
best.
good today.
No wonder he's the best swordsman in the camp. Everybody else is an archer.
Yeah, it's really good to be the best swordsman in a camp full of archers. Ah, stylish. Good lord.
Oh no.
Ah. Sorry about that.
Your dodging is going well. Keep it up.
Woo. I don't think I blinked during that whole sequence, and my eyeballs just started watering something fierce.
Those were
I so want to not
those
be a
were
scrub.
tears, you know. They were tears of joy.
Like, I so want to not be a scrub this week that I just want to fucking do well. So I've been sitting here concentrating. Didn't close my eyes once, and then both my eyes are just screaming water right now. It's absolutely insane.
We need to get you some red, sir. Pop that stuff in your eye.
Defeat the Mongols. There's still a Mongol? Where?
There's always Mongols.
But it's blowing me this way, right?
I hear someone.
Where's he at?
I see back behind you is where he saw you.
It's so easy to blend in with this environment when you're a Mongol and I haven't seen you. It's very peculiar.
Back.
Yeah, I hear you, but I need to find you apparently. Where you at, bud? Is there someone suffering or something? Oh, big boss man. I did not see him.
Yeah.
I did not see him.
Big shiny dude.
I definitely did not see him this round.
It's good that he came down there and you took out all the archers before.
I'm tumbling with him. I'm doing it. Stick and roll, baby.
Seems like a pretty straightforward fight. How many hours do you have in this?
This is only my 6th, 7th hour going in,
Okay.
so I don't really have that much experience. I think only when like Meat or Moose are here that I feel so self-conscious about my playing that I do a really bad job. Since you've been here and like totally ain't riding me on my shit, I'm actually doing a lot better.
You hear that, guys? It just makes him a better player that you give him shit.
Constantly do it. Don't ever stop.
Sensei Ishikawa! You know the name Ishikawa? I do. I have message.
Speak.
Sensei, all of Hiyoshi Springs will beg for mercy, like the victims of Hironori Naga. Silence!
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Maybe.
About to say something. Just shut him up.
Hironori Nagao. Didn't he die fighting
Moose, you
bandits?
might you might be one of the two to
He
blame.
was reputed to be a great archer.
You might be.
Did he study with you?
No. Tomoe is spreading lies.
But there's a seed of truth.
She wants us to doubt each other.
I think
We're all that stands between.
I think
Hiyoshi
when
Springs
Moose
and
is over, it's always an intimidation based on the fact that he's already beaten this, and he's kind of like shit healing me on everything. Like, I don't know. Do you want to be
My dojo.
a ninja who cuts people's
ready
heads
to
off and
fight?
runs it? You want to be a stealthy one?
Is that who you want to be? Is that what you want to do with your life?
Oh, is that really what you want to do? Is that the most optimal path? Tell me, as someone who's not played this game or knows how to optimize his build, what do you think you should do? I mean, you know, I'm just kind of putting it out there for you to decide.
You need to spend those technique points, baby.
I got a range charm for all my up close and personal murdering I did. Yes, sir.
It is the way of the bow.
I think one of the benefits of having Meat on the stream, at least, is he can actually hear when we're screaming about something well before it ends up on the stream itself. Being as how he has a proximity to my place.
Can you hear us, to meet?
Don't call him out by name.
Can you hear us, meet?
Whatever. It's getting edited out of the Let's stream. Yeah, you basically doxed him.
Oh well.
And here I am looking for a good stance, a good upgrade to have. I think kunai was my. No, I don't want to throw one additional.
Sneak around a little bit and do a little bit of ninja action.
No, I don't want to do that either. No. Kind of.
Ninja with the bow is the pretty standard format.
Reduce concentration cooldown by 15%. Nah.
My favorite is usually going stealth in these games.
I like the standoff. It's really kind of my thing. I like it, but I'm not always good at it. Like at all. Let's see. Weapons ammo. I've got no bombs, 3 kunai, 8 arrows. Charm of well-being. Unyielding. Definitely awesome. That's fine. Yes. Yeah, I'm good for now. Techniques aside. Let's go for Ishikawa number 4. So number 3 was trying to find Tomoe and finding a Mongol leader, murdering him, and getting some silk.
And we're going to set up those archers.
Wait. I hear somebody screaming?
Sounded like a little kid. Maybe it was a real little kid.
That's Hiyoshi down there, I think. Beautiful town. Let's see. I need to go where Ishikawa is again. Go back up to his place. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely want to do 4 of 9 for Ishikawa.
What did it say?
Friggin' flaming arrow, dude.
Ooh.
That's sick. Yeah, I'm happy with the flaming arrows. Let's do it.
That's my guy.
I kind of like Ishikawa's storyline because, you know, he's the stereotypical angry Asian dad friggin' leader type. He's the Ree of this universe.
The horse seems to have a little bit of a shaky cam to it that I'm getting a little bit used to.
Oh, the up and down, the bob?
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't used to have it.
I said getting used to.
Oh. Cool. Dojo. Let's go see what part 4 of his quest line entails. I'm excited to find out. So I want to find Tomoe. See what she's all about.
9 parts.
Yeah.
Sakai,
I'm learning from Sensei. Bow-dou. Desu yo.
we must deal with Tomoe's threat against Yoshi Springs before it's too late.
I don't understand the fixation on the town.
I was born there. Destroying it proves our worth to the Mongols and humiliates me.
But the terrain works in our favor. 2 skilled archers.
That's a wonderful one-dimensional motivation, I think.
We allow the Mongols to take
And she wants to fuck it up
Tomoe wins
because I
the
was
victory
born there.
and lets her guard down.
And fuck me, right?
Then we strike.
Sacrifice Hiyoshi Springs for Tomoe.
The sacrifice is worth it.
Oh, wow.
I would agree, Sensei.
Fine, Sakai. She will attack from the north. We should focus our efforts there.
Scout elevated positions, place arrows, and...
Listen. Did you hear that?
Maybe she's already here.
1 arrow, 1 death.
How dare you invade this sacred place? I'll break your friggin' shield stance, dodge your friggin' bows, slash your face. Well, that one actually went long. Get him, boy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Meat makes a really good point. We have a slow motion bow pull that we haven't tried yet. Oh. I don't see it. I really don't see it.
Looks like you just did it.
I didn't slow down anything though. That's just me pulling the bow back. So you had to push a button. Do you remember which button it is? Because honestly, I didn't pay that much attention to the prompt. I just saw it. Cool skill and like going on about it. Oh, it says L3? R3. God damn you. Fuck you, spear guy. Pissing me off, dude. I'm trying to fucking learn. Jesus.
Just wait up, guys. Wait up. What does the X button do?
I was really asking what the X button did.
If the point was to kill
It seems kind of ridiculous you have to use the bow timer.
Not to kill, but to
It should automatically pull out when you're pulling out your bow. Because that's when
what
you're...
a lot of guys think, but they end up with 18 years worth.
What are you talking about? The bow is not your penis.
Oh, you were talking about pulling out.
It's one way to knock one out. Get it? Arrows.
Knock.
You're all welcome to turn the stream off now.
This is a good knock joke.
Oh, for our...
keep hunting Tomoe.
Meat's gone. Yeah, the Mongols are what I'm thinking about.
Not her.
She fights for more than power and territory, Sakai. Tomoe's actions attack what it means to be samurai.
What she does is no reflection on me. I will meet my duty as a warrior.
She knows you're my student. Your death will destroy my legacy.
Your way of the bow will survive with me. Where will Tomoe strike?
In the back town, near the waterfalls, the most vulnerable point.
I like Sakai's answer to that. It's like, if you die, don't worry about it. I know how to shoot. You told me. You go ahead and die now. You just go ahead and die.
You don't need to live anymore.
Yeah, I got your bow thing. Whatever, you know. But having to press a button when you pull out your bow to slow time is kind of ridiculous. In a way, I like that because it gives you control over it, but in another way, I actually hate it.
You two, come here.
Because usually when you're going for your bow, you want to have a couple of seconds extra to think and aim. I mean, pulling out the interface, you get, what, a half-second delay before he pulls out his bow and knocks back an arrow?
Out of sight. We will deal with them.
Yes, my lord.
That you've seen, I mean, anyway.
Good sight lines over here. The Mongols won't be able to flank us.
Good idea. And there's already arrows there.
A ton of
To
arrows.
our advantage.
I guess we're going to scout the area now. Kind of. Yeah.
It says survive the battlefield. Or
Survey.
I thought it said survive.
I was just trying to find the spot that said survey.
Not many options.
We'll exploit the ones we have.
So it pointed me this way.
Those barrels could do some damage.
Do you want to blow shit up?
Dry grass. Lure the Mongols in.
Do you
We'll
want
make sure you have flaming arrows.
to set it on fire?
Hornets' nests.
Excellent
Or
distraction.
do you want to irritate the
Take these
crap out of
flaming
them?
arrows. And try not to burn yourself or me.
Oh yeah, Mystery got called out on stream with his real name as well. Might as well have the match there. Said you're
Oh no.
said you're pretty fucking great there.
Oh, thank you.
Pugo said that. Which I don't. Hey Pugo, what's going on, man? What are you doing in stream? Usually don't come to these things.
How dare you?
Then don't get in my way, Sensei.
Get ready. The Mongols will be here soon.
So okay. So I can go
Getting closer.
Good. Let's demonstrate the way of the bow for them.
and go park it. So they're coming from
Coming downhill.
up above.
Take them.
One arrow, one death, Sensei.
Okay.
Run all the way up there and
I mean,
you're catching your shit on fire.
they're sending arrows down, or flaming arrows our way. Oh, okay, there they are. Okay, now I got it. I got it. I got it. Fucking new mechanics.
Let him shoot him.
I'm ready for more.
So are they? Coming down the main road.
I've got them.
That's one way to use those.
I had to do it once. I'm sorry. Fugo says distracting text. I think that's why I have Mr. E to read the chat,
Which I'm not doing because I'm too engrossed in watching the game.
which is great because it kind of defeats the whole purpose of the thing that we're doing, which is perfect.
It happened to me too.
What happened?
He got engrossed in the game. Stopped talking.
Oh. It's almost like the game is good or something.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I mean, we can adopt that mantra and say the game is good. Introduce me to some new mechanics that I'm not taking advantage of in favor of chopping people's faces.
Well, your AI seems to be actually doing something other than some other games that we've been playing recently.
I freaking love that. Okay, I love the flaming arrows, but I don't think like having a horde of Mongols that come in and start attacking me. See, now's the point where they're setting us up for the whole let's catch everybody on fire thing.
Hornet's Nest.
Oh yeah, flaming hornets.
Murder hornets.
They are murderous. I do have a feeling I need to take care of these guys though. Ah, bastard. See, I think that's why I don't like bow and arrow just yet, because I'm not good enough to pull it out that quick. I'm much better at dodging their shit and kind of attacking them.
I'm sure it'll allow you to do it in multiple.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll have the option outside of a scripted event. This game is very large after all. Jesus, Pete.
Yeah, I say you get 100 hours out of this easy.
Oh, no doubt. Oh, God, sword guy. Whooping my ass, sword guy. Whooping my monkey ass, sword guy.
Yeah, there's the archers.
Is Ishikawa dead? I think Ishikawa might be dead. Okay, so pulling out the arrow interface, slowing down
Well,
time.
let's do a quest for the key item and leave right before you get it.
I think I did pretty good, right? Right? Let's go back and get some more arrows. Okay, full on arrows. And let's set this boss man on fire.
Big Mongo.
Yeah.
He don't care.
Yeah, I did it. I am so great. Gonna impact this Mongo in the face.
Wrong next to him.
How
that
come I missed him
ricocheted.
twice? Okay, I'm definitely not good at ranged yet. I'm good at the interpersonal stuff. I'm a people person. I need to be up close, talk to them, get
Oh, you
acquainted.
just stole both of those kills from him.
I don't care. He's a ranger. His way of the bow will live on through me.
Oh.
His way of the bow will live on through me. Watashi wa omae no orita ikita no ka akashi.
Look at all those glowing bodies.
Yeah, there's a lot of people dead. A lot of dead bodies out there. And we'll be there. I'm trying to speak to Ishikawa. He's right there. Put his prompt up, please. Thank you.
Kill a lot of people today.
Is he glitched?
James Ingram.
There he is. Yeah, he's quoting Yacht Rock.
There she is,
Yum will be there.
That's Tomoe.
burning the Nagaho banner.
We can catch her.
She'll be long gone by the time we get there.
Tomoe is a right asshole. Cool. I like her.
She's a coward.
No.
Wait.
She's mocking me. She knows the last student I trained before her was Hironori Nagao.
You said he wasn't your student. Which is it?
I lied.
I didn't say he wasn't. I said he isn't.
Young, prideful, callous. Hironori.
Oh, is that true, Pugo? The stream doesn't work until you download the Twitch app?
To seize the clan,
I thought you could browse it through web interface.
butchering Lord Nagao's best men.
Dramatic flute.
Hironori didn't.
Ah, gotcha. So it's more up to date if it's able to communicate directly to Twitch.
There was no
Gotcha.
saving mine. As his teacher, I could never be trusted again. I was granted the mercy to resign my position. I convinced myself.
How's the chat feature actually look on the stream overlay?
But the truth is,
Well, it's not too intrusive. It just takes up a little corner in the lower left-hand screen. That's pretty good.
All of this.
Might carve it out a location
to understand what it meant
if
for
I
me
get
to
through,
teach again.
get some time next week or get some time this week.
But like everything else, she turned it against me.
Hard to make time for some stuff when you're worried about COVID and being infected.
Yeah.
Never redeem Hironori Nagao. And you won't change tomorrow.
Kind of puts a halt
But today,
on anyone's
you
normal
saved the people of Hiyoshi Springs.
social interaction.
I can liken it to someone saying, "Oh, I found a flea on me," or "I found a tick on me,"
My bow is
and
yours.
then you just start itching all
Tomoe
over.
isn't done yet.
Psychosomatic, you say?
Yeah.
We will, Sensei.
Your throat starts to tingle, your ear starts to ache. You might have breathing problems like coughing. You sneeze and it's automatically COVID.
COVID.
Yep, just gonna lay here now.
Maybe I wasn't so much worried about that as much as I was trying to get a hold of a way to not infect people. Only gets all the dulcet. Thank you, Pugo. Thank you for the appreciation of my mediocre baritone.
Yeah, I don't think either of us really have a lot of inflation. Oh, good Lord, I'm dead.
He's tired. He's so tired from fighting off COVID. Having to work really hard sitting here, getting better, and waiting for the news that we probably don't have it.
I would rather that than take it back to my
There's a man,
60-plus-year-old
swinging his
parents.
sword, slashing the air on the beaches.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
Survivor? Or a bandit?
I don't know, but I think he was crying.
It's hard to demonetize a stream, Pugo, that doesn't really have any monetization options up on it. The Let's Play channel doesn't have monetization options on it, and Twitch is currently not monetized under our name. We have no monetary incentive for doing these streams at all. It's just doing
It's
for fun.
just fun.
Yeah. Friends together, hanging out, remote locations, disparate areas, and in this case from 365 miles away from where we currently are. A friend has visited and remains on my couch against his best wishes due to a disease.
Hey, it's guys in their underwear. It's only 148 miles away.
This is actually, well, I'm counting round trip.
Oh, yeah. Way up in the head
Yeah,
of
Meat
the
says,
mountains.
show some more ass.
I think he said hot spring booty.
Yeah, he wants that Sakai ass. We can oblige. Let's see if I can find that lady again.
Hot springs booty.
The bad thing is it was pointed out to me last time, and I don't think I remember exactly where she is. But supposedly you just kind of go down there and rest in the hot spring.
There's some hot string booty.
Not quite where we were looking for.
But it's there.
Here in a second, I'm just going to give up on doing it because if I can't find it immediately,
There was another one to the left.
if I can't find it immediately, it's not worth finding.
Oh, that's not booty.
I'm trying to find the NPC to actually get in the water. Ah, well. Let's go Ishikawa Part 5.
Poor guy got looked over 3 times.
Pugo says he's around infected people all day long, and all he gets is a lousy $300 bonus. And that's true. And great. And good that you get a bonus. Good that you have a job.
It's okay.
I'm overgasped. I'm done gasping.
930 meters away.
Since we're locked behind Ishikawa Part 5, and we're not ready for Tomoe, we're going to go do Makoto and see what she's all about.
I got some Kodo the other day.
People,
some sushi and some miso soup.
you know what's strange is that I can't call you out for saying something that's unreasonable because it's a reference to a restaurant in the area where we live, which both doxes pretty much everybody and has everybody in the chat already knows about.
Yeah, I got some chuchi. It was good.
Have you ever had some sushi? It's so fucking good.
If you haven't had sushi,
Fugo, I didn't say I wanted your job. I just said it's good that you have one. Not many people would want your job, bud.
yeah, you suck.
I just thought about how hard you'd call him out on stream for it. And how many people have... yeah. Then he could turn that 180 on me and be like, I'm the elitist asshole. Because that's what Pugo does. Takes the words that are generally well-meant or scathing in normal instances and... oh, shit. He quadruple bluffed me already by me falling to my death. Or my near death, anyway. His indirect spite has caused me to lose my footing. So what do you think about this game? Having not seen it before.
I think it is very pretty. In few between, I don't know if you're just... if you're going a roundabout way or if there's fewer enemies than I thought there would be.
There's a quick travel option of the game, so you don't always have to do it this way. I just kind of like doing it this way, as it both fosters the exploration element and it also kind of, like, if open world games have taught me anything, if I skip my auto travel, I'll run right past places like this and lose my ability to clear some Mongols by doing my standoff. Fuck! It's the curse of
Some
Pugo.
badass.
It's the curse of Pugo. He's cursed me. Essentially, it's Red Dead but with swords.
Oh, funny story about Red Dead. The fast travel option in it, you have to be either at a ferry or in your camp.
Or you can take a train.
That's what I meant. At a ferry, at a train station.
Red Dead 2, anyway, it kind of...
I didn't realize this until almost like 90% of the way through the game. You can build a camp in fast travel.
I didn't realize that because I stopped playing.
Yeah, you can build a camp out as long as you're outside of a city, you can build a camp and fast travel.
So the story for Red Dead 2 that I have is that I played it. I started getting into the game. I'm like, yeah, I can feel this game. Feels like a Rockstar game. Kind of have to get a lot invested in the storyline and to keep going, because otherwise it's just repetitive missions about stealing this money, going here, let's do this, let's do that. And it's kind of all not linear, but linear at the same time, like an open world game is. But I guess my beef with it was that due to the lack of continuity and due to the fact that you can pretty much do everything you want, I made the bad choice and I lost my horse 3-4 counties over. So I took a train to the town and started watching the shows and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I was completely without my horse, and my horse didn't spawn back in when I killed myself.
Yeah, you just steal another one.
I didn't know that at the time, all right? I stopped playing because I was so crestfallen. I thought that was my fucking horse, you know.
Get more hats. See you later, mate.
We'll see you, meet. Thanks for stopping by, bud. Or pop back in whenever. We got till 9, I guess.
I like the hunting aspect of Red Dead. Are you going to do anything like that in this?
Yeah, actually. I assume for crafting materials and stuff like that, you can actually go out here, hunt down deer, gather parts and pelts and stuff like that.
Oh, man. I should have brought it down just so you could taste the pain of playing it. I played a horrible game.
What? Why do you, is this like the fart? Like,
yeah, somebody has to smell it, you know.
Oh, this is awful. Smell.
Yeah. It's called Conan Exiles.
Oh, yeah, that's awful. Just the fact that it's a Conan title.
It's like Conan meets Minecraft.
So you can technically hunt those on horseback.
That's what they look like.
You can hunt those if you were going for it.
But the game starts off, you have to pick up sticks to make a staff.
It goes that basic with it?
That basic.
Like, I got no major offense to that, but depending on the pacing of the game, it might get boring really quickly.
Oh, man. I gave it about 30 minutes.
This is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that.
It is. Imagine the rendering required for all those leaves.
See, there's a screenshot. Yeah, Pugo says his boyfriend played it and was bored to death. Accurate.
Lord Sakai.
Now I get to see what Masako's up to. What you been up to since last time, lady? Go see what you're into.
Lady Masako, has the traitor's wife told you where he's hiding?
Every time I ask, she starts crying and won't look at me.
Can you blame her?
I'm starting to.
After the
Maybe
Let's
a young
Play,
samurai
if you see
will
something
charm her.
like that and you want to respond to it,
inside
just be
her.
like, hey, Pugo says,
Wait
or,
here.
you know, something like that. It does make it exponentially harder, though, on the editing if say, on stream, you call each other out by our locations, names, social security numbers, credit cards, stuff like that.
So what Pugo's saying is the game does not get better. I gave it 30 minutes, and, well, from there, it's probably just garbage.
After 30 minutes, it gets that bad, huh?
My lord.
Well, I can go in and see what's up. What you got to say?
40. Pugo says 40 hours
Lady
of
Masako plans
gameplay
to kill me.
to
I
get
can
a
see it
weapon
in her
and a
eyes.
house.
I won't let her hurt you. But I need
That's,
your help.
not going to lie, that's pretty terrible.
Told you all I know.
Yeah.
That's like
How'd you
the,
deliver those messages for your husband?
what was it, the FF13 hallway, where you have to spend 40 hours just to get to the
It's
part
only
of
a
the main
matter
game where
time
it gets
until
out of the
Masako
tutorial.
finds them both.
No, you have to save him.
I can only do that if
I think
get
that
to
was
him
pretty
before
legit
she
on that,
does.
because I got close to 38, 39 hours in 13.
Where would he hide?
Ended up being to the point where I finally almost had everything that was locked out
Let me
unlocked.
think.
This is important, Hina. Your husband murdered innocents. I'll be back.
With his head.
I should hope not.
Well,
No, he would have it in a bag.
See, last time we did the Masako
Give me your
quest,
time to
she
think
was.
about where he might be.
what did you offer
We
her?
told her what her husband did, and she got
Let's
all
take a
sad
walk.
about it. And
I know a place she won't
now we're gonna
hear
go
us.
get some vengeance.
I told Hina I would try to save her husband's life.
You know I'm going to kill him,
I had to gain her trust somehow.
so you lied.
I told her I would try to save
Hugo
him.
says Conan's all chore.
What will you tell her when you fail, Jin?
You cannot forgive his crime. That I will not stand between you and
Yay.
justice.
Bueller,
Bueller.
See only the night my family
Bueller.
died.
Other family.
You had a family before you married Lord Adachi. Could you go to them?
My older brother died a few years ago. And my sister, the assassins butchered her. The only thing I recognized was her gold sash.
I didn't mean to make you relive that day.
It never leaves my mind. They are
Did you see his mask disappear before the cutscene?
No.
grandchildren would make songs with me here.
That's where I was wearing the mask covers, and all of a sudden it kicks over the cutscenes. It takes off his mask for it, so you can see his mouth move.
Hugo says you should try the Fall Guys game.
Yeah, I hear
Fall
everybody
Guys.
and their mom
Is that a
actually.
movie?
No, it's a new game where you go and try to run to the exit. It's like one of those Takeshi's Castle game. Did you ever see Takeshi's Castle?
Can't say that I have.
It's got Beat Takeshi on it. It's, aired in the 80s, 90s,
Thank you.
stuff like that. They basically have obstacle courses for people to go through, or they get physically abused or slimed or something like that,
Get to the house!
or covered in some random fish oil.
Get to the house. Oh, like Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, that's the American equivalent, yeah. Except,
They said that game was torture for kids.
again, Japanese television is much worse because they do real stuff and end up hurting people sometimes.
Yeah, they gave the kids exhaustion.
We
Some of
need
those
her killer.
taping days were like
Now.
12 hours long, and most of the kids were locals to Universal Studio that they got a free trip.
That's
to
right.
Universal Studios.
A funny story about that, when we were kids, we actually went to Universal Studios for the filming of one of those shows, and they had they masterfully corralled a whole bunch of kids, man. I mean, they said everybody pile in, and we watched a game show. I forget what it was. It was something. We were right next to the Double Dare lot, so we didn't get any of the fun stuff, but we got to take home some free slime, and we got to see where they filmed and how they were filming, and God, they could do stuff for cheap in there. They owned it. That whole lot, everything with goo and everything that involved that place, it was cheap.
Probably just recycled the goo.
Yeah. I say you take some from Double
Why
Dare
would
and
someone kill
move
you?
it on up,
Keep us from
put it on
fighting Sal.
family,
The traitors
or
knew
put it
we
on
had her.
It was a long
what
journey
was that?
from the woodcutter. Many people saw her with me.
Splash Guts
You
or
made
something
sure
like
they
that.
did.
Oh, just guts.
used
Yeah, yeah, that
I hope her
yeah, Guts,
husband would take
Nickelodeon
it.
Guts.
You should have told
Hard
me
to
your
remember
plan.
from that far back in life.
Stop me.
Yeah.
I promised to protect her.
So I lost the trail. Where'd she go? Are you down this way? No. No boot prints. Aha.
The wind is blowing you uphill, sir.
Ah, there's her footprints. So we're tracking the person who assassinated the wife of the husband that we're looking for. Probably the husband. Came back and murdered her.
Only one set of tracks. Whoever the killer is, they're alone. With Hina gone, we need them alive.
Again, it's probably the husband that we're looking for.
Are you cowards?
I still think you should get. Do you get any kind of
I'm bleeding.
benefit from doing this?
Aside from the fact that it looks cool, and you get resolve. You take out 2 people instantly without having to have any kind of downside. And you get resolve, which gives you healing.
You know, that makes sense.
So from the moment, you know, I don't see anything immediately wrong with doing it. Plus, it helps with moments like this feel like a badass.
The healing alone is enough. I just didn't know if there was any benefit from it.
Hachi. Sadao.
Aside from the looks really cool.
Why did you kill Hina?
Tried to free her. She wouldn't leave. Wanted to save Sadao. She screamed for you. I didn't mean to.
Where's your brother?
I failed him. I won't betray him.
Damn.
Okay.
I guess he just went out on his own pay.
Die! Tell me where he is!
He's gone. Hina died for nothing.
She was murdered by traitors, just like my family. I can't give up the hunt.